the day. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Josh Jacobs.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Jacobs, the ball carrier. Dorian O'Donnell.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Complete to Willie Snead. An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 37-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Carr. And he'll go underneath here to Drake.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
The kick is good.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Brought in left side by Snead.
Carr's pass.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards the pick up there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
on second down, Jacobs. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Jacobs.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
At the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
throwing now is Carr. And he's got Snead. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. Now the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Here comes Patrick Mahomes leading out the defending champions. And Patrick Mahomes, of course, the Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season now.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
15, Patrick Mahomes on the keeper. The tackle by Cleveland Farrell. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Intercepted by the Raiders.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Carr caught by Snead over the middle. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Now a man coming off a career season. Here's Kenyon Drake.
Kenyon Drake on the carry.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Carr. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown.
Complete to
and he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23.
First down.
From the gun, it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now, we saw this last year with a kneecap. Patrick Mahomes down on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Oh!
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Able to find Waller. That's complete.
Carr's pass complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
Complete to Hunter Renfro.
Hunter Renfro, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time a 6-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Henning gets this one to Hill and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Henning, he is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Solomon Thomas able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll throw now on the final play. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that one all even as they play the visiting Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raider defense now, here they are as they get ready to trot back onto the field. And they have been disruptive in the backfield. How often when we see this, as we look at some of these highlights, is it just better players getting in there versus scheme that is defeating the offense?
It's a great question, and I think oftentimes we rely on scheme. We fall back and say, well, the scheme broke down rather than giving credit to the players making plays. But when the scheme does break down, you're looking at oftentimes just being overloaded. Too many guys coming from one side or one particular area, then you can actually block it. You know, if there's 2 guys there to block them, they'll bring 3, and that 3rd guy will get through. So when you want to max protect there, meaning getting everyone in, your whole offensive line, your tight end and your running backs, trying to make sure that you're never outnumbered by the defensive guys coming in.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number 1 thing he does best is tackle.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
2019 was the first season for Frank Clark in Kansas City after spending the previous 4 in Seattle. And that was a big move by Kansas City to bring him over. He did have 8 sacks in the regular season, but it was his 5 in postseason and helping his team get to the Super Bowl. That's why they went and acquired him. And by the way, earned his first Pro Bowl nomination with his play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Carr. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Working from the gun, it's Carr. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
operating from the gun. Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Drake.
Complete to Kenyon Drake. A gain of 4. And
that might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down, and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return comes Drake. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Drake on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll throw from the gun. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Jacobs. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Carr and the Raiders now down 14-7, a little under 1:50 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back to throw, Carr. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. That catch good for only a couple. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeout. A little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. To throw is Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the